So the trip has officially, we're finishing up our last day. I brought my mother along for this one. My stepfather's in the background. He's going to try and help us remember everything we did on this trip because it was a fulfilling trip. The amount of stuff we did was incredible. I think the very first thing we did on this trip was, what was it? It wasn't Universal.
We boarded an airplane.
We boarded a plane. But we got to Florida and we did, what was it? I'm trying to remember what we did.
The very first day we went to the Titanic.
Oh yeah, we went to the Titanic. Oh my word. I honestly thought the Titanic was fun. Even if, some of the group didn't fully enjoy it, I thought it was fun. Getting to see some of the artifacts of, from the ship and that huge piece of ship at the end of the whole thing was pretty cool. Then of course we went to Universal. That was a big
That was
point.
the second day. We went to the regular park and
Island of Adventure, yeah.
did a lot of rides.
I can't thank both of you enough for this trip. I can't thank him enough because without my family's help, there'd be no way that I could ever travel like this ever. So we went to Universal. We went to Islands of Adventure, and then next day we went and saw Winter in Clearwater.
The Clearwater Marine Life Aquarium and rehabilitation where they take in animals that have been hurt and they try to help them to either return to the wild or
Worst case scenario, have to stay and be nurtured. And then I think next day, what did we do? That would be day 3.
after Winter, didn't we do, was it the airboat ride and the drive-through safari?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I can always go and look back at my calendar and figure it out. But that was absolutely incredible getting to see those gators. Got a hold of one, got a hold of very, not a small one. They said he was a young one, only a couple years old, I think it was. He was a couple years old. Yeah. You gotta go through and ride on an airboat. That was probably the most
That's
incredible.
always been on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Things I wanted to do. The drive-through safari was really cool. You got to see the wild animals. We were in the cars, like we were in cages, and they were out in the open.
It did kind of feel
And we
like
got
that,
to feed a
didn't it?
giraffe
Because of my wonderful
because of my wonderful husband.
It is true though. He is a wonderful man, and without him, none of this would have been possible. Without him and his family.
And then we went and rode horses.
That was an eye-opening moment for me because riding a horse is something I always.
And that was also at a rescue place.
Oh.
Those animals had all been rescued from, either being neglected or abused or abandoned or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a llama.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And there were donkeys, and there were chickens, and
Those chickens wouldn't be quiet. Those chickens would never be quiet. But honestly, riding the horse, I've always wanted to ride one, even if it was for like a short period of time. But getting to go through that whole trail that we went through, it was amazing. I will admit, my thighs and my sides extremely hurt afterwards. They were in pain. So then after the horses, did we go back to Universal? I think after the horses we went back to Universal, didn't we? And we went to the actual Universal Studios half of the park. And we went to the Transformers ride, we went to Rip Ride Rockit.
And you got a picture with the Green Goblin, and we saw the live Blues Brothers show.
Did we?
Yeah, and when we went back to Universal, the Blues Brothers with the singing and the saxophone. And
Oh, the Blues Brothers. I thought you meant the Blue Man Group for a second.
No.
I forgot we saw the Blues Boys. The Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers.
Um,
And
we rode the Mummy, which scared me. It was a 3-minute ride, yet it still terrified me.
Yeah, I had to listen to it for about half an hour about how you were.
I'm sorry. Anyone who knows me knows
3
I'm scared
minutes.
of roller coasters.
Yeah, but you'd already been on the hall and some other stuff, so it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that is true. I'm a bit of a child when it comes to amusement parks. And then, let's see, after Universal, we wanted to go do Volcano Bay. That was on our list of things to do, but we just never got around to it.
Well,
we
no.
could-
Now, at some point in here, we went to the Gulf.
Right, we did go to the Gulf.
Was that the same day that we rode the horses?
I don't think so.
There's just been so much going on. But we've been to the Gulf of Mexico. And today we went to Daytona Beach.
We went to Daytona,
And-
yeah.
Oh, yesterday we went to Cocoa Beach and to the Kennedy Space Center.
The Kennedy Space Center, I want to bring up because that was not only on one of my bucket lists, but one of my friends commented on a video, and he was like, "You should totally go to the Kennedy Space Center and film." So I want to thank.
Oh, we could have spent 2 or 3 more days there and
Oh,
probably
no
not
kidding.
have seen everything. But what we did get to see was pretty awesome.
Especially Atlantis. Atlantis was so surreal to me.
And we ate at the
Moon Cafe.
Moon Buffet for lunch.
Is it cafe or cafe?
Oh, and last night, what did we do? We went to the all-you-can-eat lobster
We went to
buffet.
Lobster Fest.
No, it wasn't Lobster Fest. It was the Boston something.
Lobster Fest.
That's
Market.
market.
Something like that.
But it was...
It had all you can eat lobster. That was pretty cool.
and oysters, and calamari, and prime rib, and dessert bar, and salads, and mussels, and oh my gosh. They had to
Was
roll me
all
out of
over the
there,
place.
and yeah, it was. So we've had some really good food on this trip.
Without a doubt, the food here has been incredible.
And today we ate at Open Deck.
Oh yeah, open deck.
Yeah.
Right there on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. I went swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. I didn't think I'd actually go do that, but I did. You went
I went.
wading in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
But yeah, today was a well-rounded out day. It really rounded the trip out. And tomorrow I'll
And
be...
when we went to the Gulf, was it to the?
It was to the Gulf.
Well, when we ate at that one restaurant where you saw the musician, and he was originally from Des Moines.
Yeah, well, at least I think he was. He said he was from the Iowa area, and I was like, where? He goes, he had family in Des Moines, so I was like,
Okay.
so I'm guessing he's from Des Moines. But he was a great guy.
But we went in. Well, we've had 3 different times where we were on beaches.
Oh
And
yeah.
they've been 3 different beaches. So the one was Cocoa Beach, which I thought was really cool because I grew up watching I Dream of Jeannie, and of course Major Nelson found Jeannie on Cocoa Beach.
Oh, he did?
He did.
I did not know that. I love I Dream of Jeannie, but I didn't know he was from, that was from Coco.
He found her on Cocoa Beach. Yeah.
And then
And today we went to
Daytona.
Daytona Beach, where we also drove by the great big Daytona 500
International
Raceway
Speedway,
Yeah, just huge.
Compared to the Speedway in Boone, Daytona makes Boone look like a penny.
Makes it look like a Lego layout.
And it makes it look like a Legoland, yeah.
A Lego layout.
It's crazy. And then, we didn't, well, I'm trying to think of other stuff we did, because we went to the beaches, we went to Universal, we went to the Space Center.
Titanic and Winter.
Titanic, Winter,
Horseback riding.
horseback riding. What else did we do?
Don't you think there's a lot?
I mean, yeah, that's a lot, don't get me wrong.
I think we did something pretty much every day.
We did do something every day. Every day was an adventure, and every day meant something different. Because every day we got to do something we haven't ever done before. Or we, like with Universal, we went back and we did things we loved to do.
Right, because we were at Universal before, and when we went to Universal before, we tried the butterbeer, so we didn't do that this time.
Right.
When we were at Universal before, the King Kong Skull Island thing was brand new and you couldn't get in.
Right.
But we got to ride it this time,
King
which was
Kong.
really good.
Let's bring up King
Um,
Kong first.
then, but this time is that Velociraptor thing. That was
Velocicoaster.
right, the Velocicoaster. It's brand new, and so it wouldn't let you do the fast passes, and it was like a 3-hour wait to get in.
Oh,
So,
when we were there,
so
yeah,
now
it
it's-
was a 3 hour, 120-minute wait.
and then the last time we were here, Claire was too short, and she wasn't able to do a lot of the stuff. But this time, she could do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So she got to go on the Hulk, and she did Rip Ride Rocket about 12 times.
They
and-
shortened the coasters on Rick Ride Rocket. I'm pretty sure they were longer last time.
I
we were
thought
there.
so too. I thought that
They
because
were way shorter.
Randy and I were, and you kids were way up front.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we were,
Yeah.
and there were a couple of times that things broke down. And so, like the Transformers, you and I had just gotten off of it, and then Claire and Bree weren't able to, but
Right.
they had to go back.
When we were there, I'm going to bring this up, but when we
Men in
got...
Black, you had the high score on our car.
Yes, I did! The Men in Black ride. Now, one thing I didn't get to go do was I wanted to go to the Nickelodeon area of Universal.
I don't know where your information was on that.
So there's this show I watch on YouTube called Abandoned Places, and they do stories about how a place got started, what its main life was like, and what it's become. And so apparently in Universal Florida, it was either Universal Orlando or Universal Hollywood, but there was this big building that was a Nickelodeon studio. And it was an actual studio where they shot some of the most popular Nickelodeon shows. And supposedly it got abandoned several years ago and was left in Universal.
I can't imagine that would happen because that real estate is prime. They're going to build new exhibits all the time. It's like you were saying before when
Yeah, I know.
I was mortified when they got rid of the Jaws, but then they replaced it with something else.
Right.
And so if there was an abandoned
Well,
building, they're
what-
going to turn it into something else.
Right. What
They're not gonna
eventually
do that real
happened
estate
was the old
unattended.
Nickelodeon studios became the new area for the Blue Men. The actual Blue Men group. I think it's California, thinking about it.
I didn't see anything about Blue Man when we were down here.
Then yeah, it's in California. But I wanted to go see that if that was here, and it wasn't, so that just proves my point that it was there. Now, what was your favorite thing of
Oh.
the trip?
Well, yes, spending time with my husband, of course. And your kids. But no, it was just nice because every time we've come here, we've done, like you said, something new. The
Always
Titanic,
something
they were saying that because of the salt water in that any of the things that are still at the bottom of the sea within the next few decades are going to just dissolve and be gone.
Yeah, it's crazy to
So-
think that the ship is down there still to this day, and one day we're going to talk about it, and all we'll have is the pictures and the relics that were salvaged.
Right, because the salt water is, and the pressure. The lady there said that the pressure of the water pressure along with the salt is destructive. So within a few decades, there's not going to be anything left.
Right.
And but yeah, doing things that we hadn't done before. Always wanted to go on an airboat ride. I was really amazed at how smooth it was.
Oh yeah, I thought it would be rocky as well.
Yeah. And then we did get to see that alligator nest that Captain Todd, wasn't it?
I think it was Captain Todd,
Captain
yeah.
Todd said that was the biggest alligator nest that he'd ever seen. And the mom was like 9 foot long.
So taller than me.
And
We got to see a peacock pretty much up close personal. But all in all, this was an amazing trip. I'm glad I got to go on it.
I liked a lot of the stuff that was interactive, that we could do the drive-through safari, that we could ride the horses, that we could, and of course I love museum type stuff. So the Titanic and the Space Museum and or Space Center. So it was a nice combination of
Excitement and relaxing.
right, and then it's just sitting and enjoying the beach and the sunshine and the fresh air and
So coming up at the end of this video, I'm going to have a collage of all of the photos that we've taken throughout this trip, from beginning to end, and it's going to show the entire family and all the wonderful things we've done, and I could not be more thankful for having you come on this trip. Thank you.
And this was a really amazing resort. that
Oh,
we stayed
yeah,
at
where we're staying
because
right
it
now,
has
yeah.
a pool, and we have our kitchenette, we have our laundry, we have 2 full bathrooms.
If I could ever figure out the name of this place, I'm putting the link in the description of this video.
But it was very nice. It was like a little home away from home, so we were very comfortable and sleeping here.
I want to thank you for joining me on this on this video. It's amazing. I want to thank everyone for watching this series. I want to thank Randy because, like I said, without you, Randy, it would not be possible for it to actually happen.
Very
So,
generous, very generous.
You're very generous for inviting me on this trip, so thank you. So we're gonna cut to the collage. Thanks everyone for joining me on this trip, and we'll catch you in the next one.